go.
It's Sunday in Utica, and the city comes to life. UCFC, 9 wins, 3 losses, 2nd place in the East. A team built on chemistry, structure, and some of the best fans on earth. Today, it's Kansas City and Utica City, and it starts right now.
We're live from the Adirondack Bank Center as we get set for another East Division matchup featuring 2 of the top 4 teams in the East. The Utica City FC squad getting set to take on the visitors from Kansas City, the Comets. It's going to be a good matchup, a matchup that we've seen a couple of times, and every single time we see this matchup, it turns out to be an incredible game. I'm Arnaud Pokrell. I'm filling in today for Ray Biggs, who's out on vacation, and I couldn't be more excited for my first MASL call to be between these 2 teams. The last time these 2 teams met just 16 days ago, January 12th in Kansas City. That one, another overtime win for this Utica City squad against Kansas City. And the time they met here in Utica last season, the playoffs, same score line, 7-6 Utica. The game-winning goal scored in that one by Christian Segura. The game-winning goal scored 16 days ago by Chino Fernandez. And it's set to be another great matchup today. A lot of firepower on both sides. And we'll talk about that soon, but it's more than exciting between these 2 sides. Kansas City comes in 7-4-1, 4th in the East. Utica City 9-2-1 off the back of an incredible 7-4 victory against the Harrisburg Heat on Friday night in a game against Harrisburg where it really never felt like Harrisburg was in it. Yes, they had a lead for a majority of the first period, and going into the second quarter, Harrisburg was ahead on Utica, but it just felt like Utica was always bound to score that game-tying and eventually those game-winning goals. We'll take a quick break. We'll send it down to the PA as they get you set with the lineups for today and the national anthem. When we return, we're getting set for kickoff between Utica City FC and the Kansas City Comets here at the Adirondack Bank Center.
Number 26, Steven Fernandez. Number 30, Juan Olava. And number 80, Gio Alves. And now, Wells Fargo presents your Utica City FC starting lineup. On defense, number 9, Dylan Hundelt. Also on defense, number 78, Nelson Santana. In the midfield, number 5, Nilton DeAndrade. At forward, number 4, Keaton Woods. Also at forward, number 15, Frank Tayu. And in goal, number 25, Brian Wilkins. Martin Morera. Fans, we now ask that you please rise if you are able and join the players, coaches, and staff in removing your caps as members of Pack 108 of Waterville presents today's colors on the pitch. Please remain standing as we honor our great nation with the singing of our national anthem, performed this afternoon by the Herkimer Middle School Choir.
The Major Arena Soccer League is proud to welcome you to MASL Soccer on Twitch. Send us a message in the chat and we might read it live on air during tonight's broadcast. Want to see a game live? Visit Sports Illustrated Tickets for the best tickets to see the MASL action in your favorite arenas. Now with no fees at checkout. Kendis is the official supplier of the MASL's game balls. The MASL is proud to partner with an American company to provide all game balls. Well, we're getting set. Once again, I'm Arnav Pokraw filling in for Ray Biggs, who's out on vacation today, as we get set for Utica City and Kansas City. And Nelson Santana, well, he's at 99 career regular season points, 45 goals, 54 assists. He's at a point in his last 2 games, edging ever so close to that 100 mark. And on the other side, Zach Reggett, well, he's the star man for this Kansas City side. 3rd in MASL in overall points, 2nd in the MASL in goals with 21. And if you want a guy to put the game away for Kansas City, he leads the MASL in game-winning goals. He's tied for 1st with 3. So we're set for a good matchup, firepower on both sides. The story for Utica has been consistent defense. When Utica can play consistent defense, hold players out of the attacking half, Utica ends up winning these games. Utica struggled away on the road, but at home they're 3-0-1. The one home loss coming in their last home matchup last week against the Outlaws, that one in overtime. Kansas City on a 3-game losing streak, a 4-game losing streak if you count the overtime loss, where they gathered a point against Utica but ended up falling in overtime 7-6. It was a trip to Mexico that ended up pretty rough for the Comets, a 12-5 loss to Monterrey, followed by an 8-7 loss to Monterrey, and then an 8-2 loss to Chihuahua over the past week and a half. But we're set. It's a fresh slate for the two sides. And we're getting ready for action. Frank Tayu, the starting forward for this Utica City FC side. He's alongside Keaton Woods, Nilton De Andrade in the front line. A defense that starts with Nelson Santana and Dylan Hundelt, the captain for this Utica City FC side. And in net today for UCFC, it's Brian Wilkin. Andrew Coughlin was very late, questionable last night. He's out with a lower leg injury, so Brian Wilkin steps in. His last time out on the field, it was January 6th against Tacoma, an away matchup, and Wilkin, he did not look good that matchup because he was sick. He wasn't supposed to play. Julian Rodriguez started the game, and then Rodriguez took a ball to the face while making his first save of the game, and Wilkin was forced to play that game while being very sick. So he's got a 10.25 goals against average. That is not reminiscent of how Wilkin has been these past couple of years. He's been a Utica City FC player. And on the other side, Nicolò Neto, he was questionable as well with a right ankle injury for Kansas City, but he's in the lineup today. His last time out was January 14th against the Flash. He only played for 30 minutes, allowed 8 goals, made 14 saves against Monterrey. He's backed up by a defense of Ray Lee and John Sosa. John Sosa's got 19 points, 7 goals, 12 assists. He has a really good connection with Zach Reggett. That front line led by Zach Reggett alongside Ramon Palmer and Leonardo Acosta. It's Kansas City, it's Utica. It's going to be a great matchup as Zach Reggett sets the ball down in the center circle. And we're ready to go from the Adirondack Bank Center on a busy MASL Sunday. Underway between Kansas City and Utica. Here is Ray Lee working alongside his defensive partner. Passing it up along the boards was Sosa. And it's cleared up away. Early chance to break forward. Here's Woods for Utica. Early shot, he scores! 15 seconds in, and Keaton Woods has a goal for the City. Well, talk about a fast start. Utica, 15 seconds in. Keaton Woods taps past Sosa and calmly slots it home the right post, his friend, as he's able to tuck it in, and Utica leads 1-0. You couldn't have asked for a better start if you're the home side, but if you're Kansas City, you've got to respond. Don't get down on yourself. It was just 15 seconds in, and the Comets immediately pushing forward on the attack with 3 on marks. The Comets work it around, far side boards, as it'll get worked back to Chad Vandegrift, and now to the near side, and Nacho Flores. Back to Vandegrift. Vandegrift started his career in 2014 with the St. Louis Ambush. Been around the MASL for a long time. As the ball works into the corner. Angled off the boards by Roberts, but it's right in the path again, and in front. Chance for a long-range effort. Wilkin parries it away. Mark still there to the top of the key. Turning effort off the wide board and just past the outstretched hands of Wilkin. Utica City FC leading early thanks to a goal from Keaton Woods in the first 15 seconds of action. Things slowing down as Kansas City pushing forward on the attack. Here is Reggett. Loses control on it. And Gio Alves backheels it out of his defensive zone and into the path of Michael Lennis. Lennis down low. There is Reggett. He's the danger man for Kansas City. Works to the far side. Defended by Ronaldinho up off the boards. And Alves corrals, but he can't control it. Lennis again, looking for Reggett in the middle. Couldn't find the direct pass. Instead, it's all the way back out. Now back down to Reggett. Reggett turns around, chips one, looking for that top left corner. Just a little too far for the forward from Kenosha, Wisconsin. Utica had one attack, but since then it's been Kansas City dominating possession. Utica hasn't gotten into the attacking half since those first 15 seconds. Now work down to Ramon Palmer. He's got the captain's armband today for Kansas City. He'll pass it back to Ray Lee, and starters back out on the field for Kansas City. Roberts defending this one up in front, deflected away. Taylor Walter Bond off the line. And then the ball ramps up off the boards and out of play as there's a player down in the box for Utica. Well, Keaton Woods, his 11th goal of the season. Scored a goal the last time out on January 26th against the Harrisburg Heat as well. Get a look at the player down. Looks like Mo Ndiaye able to get back up to his feet. Once again, Wilkin is in goal. Brian Wilkin is standing in as Andrew Coughlin, questionable late last night with a lower body injury and ruled out today. So Wilkin steps in. Julian Rodriguez, a backup for Utica City. Set play opportunity. It looks like a corner, down low. John Sosa standing over it. He leads Kansas City in assists with 12. Wilkin, Santana, Walter Bond, the wall. Out in front of Sosa. Reggett camping along that back post, and they look for him off the walls, but it runs a little too high for Zach Reggett. Kansas City maintaining possession. John Sosa, who just took that corner kick, now working inside. Leonardo Acosta, he loses it. Logan Roberts picks his pocket, and he'll drive it forward for Utica. Works to Wanalava. Step over for Wanalava off the board. Looking in the middle for Steven Fernandez, and now a chance to break for Kansas City. Great defensive recovery from Utica, and the goal scorer, Keaton Woods. Wanalava back to Woods. Woods driving down the left side boards. Goes back to Alava. Utica City calming things down. They haven't had much of possession today. But now Nelson Santana, 99 career points like we mentioned in the pregame. So close to the century mark for the 45-year-old. Here is Alava. Now Hundell, captain for Utica City. Inside to Emmanuel Belliard. Belliard, the first-round draft pick this year from the MASL Pro Player Combine. Spent a lot of time in the futsal scene in America. As there's one off the boards from Fernandez and into the hands of Nicolau Neto. Shouts for a pass back, but Neto corrals it comfortably in his hands. Comets work down low again. Nacho Flores will go across the face of his own back line and work down the left side again. Turned over, Belliard with a chance to push Utica forward. There's a rookie Belliard instead electing to pass it back to Superman, Logan Roberts. Roberts has spent a long time with the Syracuse and Utica organization, was with the Silver Knights and then moved to Utica as the Silver Knights moved to Utica and became the Comets. Hundelt goes long, up off the boards, looking for Santana. Santana thought about the swivel kick right off the boards, instead played out. And Utica will push forward with a chance right from the top of the key. Well, Utica Riggies are retired after last week. The one-game rebrand, Utica back to its black, blue, and white, as there's Woods, fires one, and it's hard off the leg of Berto Palmer, the Kingston, Jamaica native, who's played in 7 games this year. 32 block shots for this Kansas City side. He leads the team. Make that 33 after that one. There's a pass in the middle, looking for Walter Bond. Nilton De Andrade recovers for Utica on the far side boards. De Andrade goes down hard. No call. The referees today, Austin Ciani, Daniel Radford, Bjorn Celine. And the fourth is Steven Southwell, as Wilkin forced to come out of his net. Ray Lee, Kansas City native, pushing forward for the Comets. Fakes a shot, and Utica able to come in. Nilton De Andrade picks his pocket. Now he's pushing forward. Has Woods in front of him, finds it. Woods off the boards, intended for Tayu. But Kansas City defending with numbers. Now Utica able to poke the ball free. Here's Tayu. The King leads Utica in points this season. And there's a foul called. Whistle blows. Tayu goes down hard on the near side corner. Once again, no Ray Biggs. I'm Arnav Pokral. Call games for the M2 side that's affiliated with Utica City FC, United Elite Kreisnick. They'll be playing at 6:30 right here at the Adirondack Bank Center. I'll be on the call. That one's going to be on YouTube as Tayu ripping a shot. Excuse me, that's NDI ripping a shot. And Nicolau Neto down to his left quickly to stop that one. Long range effort off the boards. First time effort, and it hits the right side of the boards of Wilkin. Another good effort for Kansas City, pushing forward with speed and a direct pass, but just couldn't get past Wilkin and get it on target. Here's NDI. NDI's got 4 goals and 11 assists this season for Utica. And onto the field now, Isak Somo, making his return to the Utica City FC side. He was injured late on in the summer, recovering. Played for the M2 side last week on a somewhat rehab assignment, getting him back to game speed. He scored in the first 30 seconds of that United Elite Kreisnick M2 matchup last week against Rochester. And Isak Somo back into the lineup for Utica City FC. Good to see the hometown kid back, playing at the Adirondack Bank Center. Wanalava going long, looking for Steven Fernandez. Bacino just out of reach of that pass. Woods goes to Alves. Straight up ahead to Fernandez. Back to Gio Alves. Turns around and finds Woods. Now back to Alava. Alava drops it off. Belliard. Here's Hundelt. Down off the boards to Fernandez. Belliard travels into the attacking zone for Utica. Belliard rips one. It's deflected. He'll have another go at it. Tipped away by Neto. Hundelt long-range effort. That one's deflected and headed comfortably into the path of Neto. So Utica and Kansas City trading blows, going after the goalkeepers, but both goalkeepers staying strong since that first goal was given up in the first 15 seconds of the game to Keaton Woods. Another step forward, this time from Ronaldinho Diniz. Ronaldinho's been a breakout star this year for Utica City. Struggled with injuries his past couple of seasons, signed with Utica City in 2021. Only played 10 games last year. He's already passed that mark with 12 games played this year. Here is Somo. Isak Somo driving down the corner boards. Battling with a couple of Comets. He'll find a pass off the boards, but it's deflected and into the path of Nicolau Neto. Neto this season, 4.97 goals against average. He's got 2 assists from the goalkeeping spot. Played in just under 500. Well, at this point now, he's over 500. There's a long-range effort from Kansas City up off the corner of the boards, but it remains in play. De Andrade steps in, takes the ball away from Ray Lee, and here's a chance for Tayu to break forward. Finds Somo, sliding effort. Somo retains possession. Glides past one. Isak Somo looks like he hasn't missed a step since returning from injury. Santana with Hundelt beside him. Now Hundelt finds NDI. To the right side and Woods. 1 goal today for Keaton Woods. Into the corner. Woods lifts one, looks high, and Neto able to get up and come down with the ball. Leonardo Acosta back to Neto. Kansas City working back to Acosta. Intercepted by NDI. Here's Hundelt. Finding NDI again. Pressured by Reggett. NDI able to get the ball away, find Hundelt. And Utica City breaking lines with forward play. Pass inside. Ronaldinho just right. Chance on the rebound for Walter Bond, and Taylor Walter Bond can't find an open lane. Kansas City defending well. Ronaldinho's came close a couple of times. Had a couple of chances against Harrisburg. Couldn't put this one home as Wilkin comes out to collect that one. And there's a late shove that sends Logan Roberts tumbling into his own net. Goalkeeper distribution for Brian Wilkin. He'll just roll it out to NDI. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. Visit MASLsoccer.com. There's Somo. Backheel flick off the wall to Belliard. Belliard's able to hold on to possession through a couple of defenders. Juan Alava goes long to Fernandez. Fernandez turning his defender, working on the corner boards. Gets help from Hundelt. But Kansas City comes away with it. And there's contact as Fernandez brought down his man in Lucas Souza. Souza this season, 12 games played, has 7 points, which is comprised of 4 goals and 3 assists. But really doing a lot of work on the defensive side in kind of a defensive midfield role for this Kansas City side. Bad pass from the Comets as Hundelt comes away with it. Fernandez looking ahead to De Andrade, and now here comes Kansas City. Juan Alava gets in the way. And there's the first media timeout. That gives me a chance to pull a trick out of my Ray Biggs broadcasting book and ask the Twitch chat a Twitch question of the day. My question of the day, still soccer related. If you could place an MASL franchise anywhere along North America, where would you place it? What would their mascot be? My answer, I would place one in Anchorage, Alaska. Either name them the Moose or the Yeti. I couldn't tell you which one I prefer. I think there's a lot of cool things that you could do with either mascot. So let me know what you think in the Twitch chat, and I'll read out a couple of responses that stand out to me. Where would you place a new MASL franchise? I also think that away games in Alaska would be a lot of fun, not just for travel, but also to go out and experience the cold climate in a place that is very cold in these months. Utica City Fan 94, Maine Lobster. I like that one. Love me a good lobster roll. Jackson2727 says the Washington, D.C. Capitol. I like that one. Might be a little too close to Baltimore, but I think that could be a good rivalry matchup as well. Columbus Aviators, another good option from Solar Beam King. A lot of places where the MASL could go and a lot of good mascot ideas, as Utica still with a 1-0 lead over Kansas City. The lone goal scored in the 15th second of the matchup by Keaton Woods. Keaton Woods blitzing down the right side boards and was able to poke one into the right post, right past Neto. The assist on that goal goes to Nelson Santana. That's point number 100 for Nelson Santana with his assist to Keaton Woods. So we mentioned it pregame. He was on 99, just needed 1 goal or 1 assist. And Nelson Santana has now hit 100 career regular season points with his assist of Keaton Woods' opening goal in today's matchup. It's a busy Sunday across the MASL. I know there's a matchup over in Milwaukee between the Monterey Flash and the Milwaukee Wave. Don't have that score pulled up, but see if I can check. It's right. Last time I checked, it was 3-3 between Milwaukee and Monterey. And later on today at 4 p.m. Eastern, the Sidekicks take on the Outlaws. And then at 7 p.m., it's Ambush Strikers. And at 8 p.m., Soccer's Stars. All of that can be viewed on the MASL Twitch channels across the Twitch platform. Here's Santana having just hit his 100th career point. Dangerous play right on the line. And Utica City able to clear it away. The update says that Monterey and Milwaukee in overtime. As here's Kansas City pushing forward, but again, a good defensive stand. And Brian Wilkin able to dive on the ball right in the face of Ramon Palmer. Utica slow things down. De Andrade. Long pass ahead directly to Tayu. Tayu's pressured by 2. He goes down and he'll draw the foul on the right side boards. Well, Tayu hasn't put in that goal-scoring effort that we're used to seeing this season, but what he has done is he's drawn attention away from other players. He's one of his best seasons assist-wise already this year for Utica. So much attention on Tayu as there's one off the wall. Denise goes down hard again. Denise is one of those players who's benefited from Frank Tayu drawing so much attention. Tayu frees up Ronaldinho a lot, running forward, and Ronaldinho's got 12 goals and 7 assists. Kansas City working down the left side. Hundelt, great closing down speed, and the whistle blows as the ball's in the back of the net, as Hundelt was shoved aside, and Nacho Flores will not have the equalizer. The ball will find Ronaldinho. He'll lay it off to Gio Alves. Back to NDI. NDI can't find his pass. It's deflected off the hands. Christian Andreas. So NDI will have a free kick behind the halfway line. Crypto Coffee, the Flash win in overtime. Thank you for that update. Quick goal in the first minute of overtime. The Flash stay undefeated. They're now 13-0 on the year. Alves pushing forward. Finds Tayu. The King, back heel. Somo. Off the deflection, off the post. It's in. Unconventional. But Utica has a second. And now they're going to wave it off. As Somo curled one looking for the far post, it deflected off of Gio Alves and in. But they're going to say that it hit the hand of Gio Alves, so it remains out. No challenge flag from the Utica bench. So we'll keep play going 1-0 in favor of the home side. That would have been Gio Alves' 5th goal of the season. Instead, it's waved off for the handball call right in front of goal. But here's Walter Bond finding Somo, but he's pickpocketed. And running back with it is Leonardo Acosta. Back to Neto. Neto, long effort forward, and it's cleared away by Somo. Said his name a lot. It's good to hear him back on this field for Utica City FC. Over the summer, Isaac Somo was involved with Newtown Pride FC, the team that won the soccer tournament. That Newtown Pride FC team comprised with a lot of stars across the MASL. With 1 minute to go in the first, Juan Alava able to clear away a pass off the boards. And Hundelt will play it right into the hands of Wilkin. Kansas City wanting a handball, no call given. As here goes Alava. Options left and right, he'll play down to Fernandez. And there's the challenge flag from Kansas City. Wilkin went up and caught the ball, landed with his feet on the line. The question will be, was the ball over the plane, or was it at least touching the plane of the line? I think that's what they're going to review here. As the challenge flag is thrown from head coach Stefan Stokic, his first year as the Kansas City head coach. Before that, Kansas City was coached by one of the legends of the Comets. He was a player coach for 4 seasons, and Leo Gibson. Stokic doing a great job as we take a look at this review. Hundelt had his pass deflected off the boards. Wilkin, were his heels touching the line? That's going to be the question here as Wilkin goes up and comes down with it. Surrounded by Ramon Palmer and Zach Reggett. And that left heel, I think, is what we're looking at for Utica City. If that back heel is touching, that ball should be in the box. It shouldn't be a handball. And the call is given. No review, no handball, as Kansas City throws a challenge flag in the final minute of the first. And the challenge is unsuccessful. So Utica City up by 1 thanks to a goal in the first 15 seconds. Since then, it's been a lot of defense and a lot of block shots between the two sides. And a disallowed goal for Utica due to a handball called on Gio Alves. And that's a hard call to overturn. Ball's high up in the air. If it's on the ground, it's a little bit easier to see where the ball is in relation to the plane of that box that Wilkin's standing in. But KC loses the challenge. Belliard stands over the ball with 41.5 seconds left to go in the first frame. Still just a 1-0 lead for Utica City. So used to saying the Utica Comets. They play right here in the Adirondack Bank Center, a member of the AHL. And when Kansas City comes in, it's hard for me to switch that to the Kansas City Comets. As there's Belliard on the near side boards. Still waiting for the restart whistle. And there it is. Here's the goal scorer, Keaton Woods. Working across to Santana. Santana looks down the boards for Tayu. And Nicolau Neto will recover. Diagonal pass ahead into the path of Nacho Flores. Flores able to play it down the boards. Santana off of his thigh. The ball is loose. Contact to Wilkin, and the whistle blows as Wilkin's down holding his lower stomach. Extra hands flying here and there between the two sides. Take another look at that one as Santana just trying to play it with his thigh. And then coming in, oh, it's actually the high cleat there, high boot from Rion Marks that makes contact with the hand of Brian Wilkin. Corner boards, and Utica losing out on it. 1 second left, last-ditch shot from Kansas City, and it's well over the bar. Utica scores in the first 15 seconds. Nothing after that. It's 1-0 after the first period. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back when action returns here at the Adirondack Bank Center.
And now, fans, please keep your attention on the pitch as we welcome your Utica City Dance Crew.
And we're back, getting set for the second quarter of action between Kansas City and Utica City, as UCFC leads by a score of 1-0. Keaton Woods, a goal in the 15th second of action. Once again, Arnaud Pocrell stepping in for Ray Biggs today, as this is a matchup between two of the top 4 teams in the East. The other two top 4 teams in the East, Monterey and Milwaukee, played earlier today. That game went final. It was a 4-3 overtime victory for Monterey. They remain undefeated on the year as we get set for second quarter action in the Adirondack Bank Center. Tayu down low, Neto through contact, and Neto's down, and the whistle blows. Tayu's been one of the more penalized players on this team. He's been called for a lot of fouls this year. In fact, 28 to be exact going into today, so he'll be adding on to that number. So here's Hundell. Hundell goes long, has Tayu one-on-one. Tayu has help from Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho all alone, rounds the keeper, but it's too far. He'll get another chance. He goes near side, it's off the boards, and Neto parries it away. Diving effort from the goalkeeper to keep it a 1-goal lead for UCFC. Back to Wilkin for Utica. He goes long to Roberts. Roberts clipped ahead to Tayu, and Neto. That one was a little bit easier than the last one he just made. That clearance, I should say. Whistle blows. Foul called on Utica City. Kansas City working quickly. Comets push forward. There's Leo Gibson, nicknamed the Legend for his work with the Kansas City franchise, and Wilkin able to dive on the ball as it enters the zone. No controversy on that one, but mentioning controversy, disagree with the call tonight? You might just see it on the MASL's most controversial show, Under Review. Catch it every Friday on Twitch, so maybe we'll see that Brian Wilkin incident on Under Review next Friday on Twitch. Long pass up ahead. Walter Bond brings it down, back to goal. Runs through the legs. Here's Somo. Isak Somo. Around to Hundeld, and Utica City calm things down, back to NDI. Walter Bond. Back to Roberts. NDI. Roberts again. He's looking down the boards, trying to find Keaton Woods. But Kansas City can't clear it cleanly. Woods will corral it off the boards on the right side. Two players at the back post for Keaton Woods. Gets past a couple, left-footed effort, saved away by Neto. Got down and got his right foot on it. UCFC starting this quarter a lot better. After that Keaton Woods goal, it was really Kansas City dominating offensive possession in the first quarter. UCFC a lot better in the second. Here's Ronaldinho through contact. He goes down hard. Ronaldinho's been put through a physical battle so far. Had a chance in the first quarter that was just wide of the goal. He was all alone with Neto. Hundelt goes crashing into the boards hard, and his pass forward to NDI can't be brought down. Neto's 5th year with Kansas City. He's the Comets' all-time MASL leader in wins and saves. And when Neto's back there, you know you've got safe hands in the box if you're the Comets. And Neto did it in college as well. I mean, NAIA All-American over at Columbia College. Was an all-tournament team player with them as well. There's a quick stoppage in play here. Referees having conversations with Ramon Palmer, the Kansas City captain. He's complaining about an incident that happened near Neto. And Utica City FC heads back to the bench. Well, this game has been unlike the others we've seen between Kansas City and Utica City. Usually those matches are high-flying, filled with offense in the first 2 periods of play. This one has been a lot of defense, a lot of block shots, and a lot of really good goalkeeping, especially from Nicolao Neto. He was probable to play today. He had a right ankle injury throughout the week, was listed as probable, but he's been effective in goal so far. As we're getting set for action again here at the Adirondack Bank Center. We're approaching 20 minutes scoreless in this one if we can get to that 10-minute mark in the second. Here is Neto, goes long, off the boards. Wilkin awkwardly able to clear it away. Had to use his knees because he was outside of the box that time. Utica City blitzing forward with Ronaldinho. Off the boards to himself. Looking for help. Couldn't find the far pass to Logan Roberts. Here's Nacho Flores for Kansas City. Flores able to find a great pass to break that pressure from Utica City. Now it's down to Gibson, and he goes down hard. Alava called for the foul. The Comets work quickly. Back to Ray Lee, looking for Gibson. Gibson off the corner boards, in the corner now. He's backed in by Alava. Finds an outlet in Ray Lee. Lee, 11 points on the year, 7 goals, 4 assists. Kansas City setting up some offense. Chipped forward to Gibson. Here's the legend Gibson. Across the face, back post header, and it's wide. And brought down. Leonardo Acosta was wide open at the back post. And now Wilkin launches one forward. Great throw ahead by Wilkin. Isak Somo unable to bring it down, and then he goes falling down to the ground. And Kansas City pushing forward again with speed. Here's Henry Ramirez. Whistle blows. As the ball is going to go back to the midway line. Nacho Flores right there standing alongside the referee, gesturing with his hands, but it'll be free kick for Berto Palmer. And Berto able to pass it back, and Kansas City goes to work again. Up off the boards, Wilkin came out. Santana in pressure. Loses it, it's poked home! Kansas City finds an equalizer, miscommunication at the back for Utica City, and we're all tied up here at the Adirondack Bank Center. I don't know what happened there. Wilkin goes up off the boards, and then Santana corralling it, thinking Wilkin's going to come out. Pressure comes, and sliding down to the ground, Henry Ramirez, his 4th goal of the year. Ties things up. We went 19 minutes and 45 seconds scoreless. So close to that 20-minute mark, but Henry Ramirez steps in and equalizes. Just got to shore things up at the back if you're Utica City. Communication error between Santana and Wilkin. Ball lifted up off the corner into Taiyu. The King defended by 2 players and unable to find an outlet pass. Kansas City looking long. Gio Alva is able to get in the way, poke it away from Leonardo Acosta of the Comets. Wilkin goes long again. Looking for NDI. Chested down in the corner. NDI alone off the boards, has no help near him. And Ramon Palmer clears away. Whistle blows. Yellow card shown to Mo NDI. NDI, his first yellow and a shown yellow, will have to head to the penalty box. First yellow card of the year for Mo NDI. He's been shown red before this season, was shown red against Milwaukee. Another replay of what happened as NDI, frustrated, no call, threw some contact in that right side corner. And it is officially a dissent. It is a 10-minute yellow card. So Utica City without NDI for the next 10 minutes. Still 5-on-5 soccer between Kansas City and Utica. Angled off the boards ahead to Fernandez. Fernandez was the hero the last time these two teams played. Scored an overtime laser into the top right corner that Neto didn't see clearly, but also didn't really get a chance to go for. Here's Fernandez looking across to Somo. Fans wanted Fernandez to shoot that one. Pressure applied by Fernandez, and Hundelt able to head it back to Juan Alava. Alava forward to Somo. Somo glides past one and then goes down hard. Whistle blows. Utica City effectively without Mo NDI for the rest of the half as we go under 8 minutes to play Kansas City tying it up through Henry Ramirez. Who scored the equalizer. As there's Gio Alves. Finds a pass forward. Neto parries it away. Keaton Woods firing one with force, but Neto equal to it. No Coughlin. Leg injury for Mr. Stretch of Utica. Last game against Harrisburg, it was Julian Rodriguez in the net. That one was just for rest purposes. And now it's Wilkin in net stepping in for Coughlin. As there's driving forward is Woods. Pass back to the other post. Logan Roberts can't find the net. Sliding defensive effort from Kansas City to keep this game level. Taiyu back to goal. Looking for an option instead. Fires one, and it's blocked away again by Kansas City. Santana finds Ronaldinho. Back to Santana. Hit the century for regular season points with an assist, as there's Taiyu lifting one towards Neto. Ball's loose, and Kansas City recovers only as far as Santana. And now Utica taking it back, slowing things down offensively with 6.5 to go in the first half. Santana to Ronaldinho. Now Hundell. Angled off the boards, and Neto corrals. Throwing quickly to Reggett. Utica City's done a really good job of corralling Reggett, and there's a whistle on Juan Alava right on cue. It's Reggett who draws the foul, but you can see that's the game plan for Utica. You want to pay attention to Kansas City's star man. Nilton De Andrade able to get back, intercept a pass intended to the corners for Kansas City, but still bouncing around. Ronaldinho now able to find De Andrade. De Andrade can't go off the boards to himself. And now KC finds Ray Lee. Long range effort over the bar from Reagan. And a little bit of frustration there for the Comets star.
Originally started as a teachers credit union, First Source has always held that.
That'll take us to our media timeout here at the Adirondack Bank Center, as Kansas City tying things up off a miscommunication at the back, and Henry Ramirez making Utica pay and bringing Kansas City level, I should say, 1-1. Mo Ndiaye in the penalty box for 10 minutes, was a double yellow for dissent. So he's out for the rest of this first half. But no power play for Kansas City. No blue cards in this match so far. Kansas City on the power play is one of the best in the East. 7 for 15, a 46% clip for Kansas City. They have allowed one shorthanded goal this season, but then on the flip side, when Kansas City goes to the penalty kill, they fall to the bottom, towards the bottom of the East. They're 8 for 17 on the penalty kill. They allow goals 9. They've allowed 9 goals on 17 penalty kill attempts. That's 47%, which is 6th in the East. So two ends of the spectrum there for Kansas City when you're looking at the power play side of things, the special teams side of things. For Utica City, the power play and the penalty kill both sit 4th in the East. 5 for 16 on the power play, 9 for 18 on the penalty kill. And I think that Mo Ndiaye double yellow is a sign of things to come. Two very good teams playing at a very high level. It's bound to get intense as the game goes on and teams get more desperate to get that winner in regulation, because you want all 3 points. You don't want to give your opponent 1 point. These teams continue to sit in the media timeout in the huddles. Take this time to remind you that you can get MASL Monday every Monday night exclusively on Twitch. Alex Bastivansky and none other than Phil Levenko to recap the weekend's game and discuss the league's hot topics. You can also get your latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and at MASL Arena on X, formerly known as Twitter. Utica City FC socials at Utica City FC. And thank you all for joining us in the Twitch chat today. Make sure you subscribe today for exclusive MASL content. Getting back as the restart gets set. Falls down in the corner, and it'll be a goalkeeper distribution for Brian Wilkin to start things off again. He'll roll it to Santana. 1-1 between two sides that are both chasing Monterey in the East. Monterey undefeated, 13-0-0. Ball goes down to Walter Bond. Pressured by two Comets. And Neto away, only as far as Santana. He rifles it into the top of the net. Nelson Santana with vengeance. Well, Neto parried it away only as far as Nelson Santana. Already got his 100th career point earlier today. Make it 101. 46th career goal for the 45-year-old. And Nelson Santana gives UCFC a 1-goal lead again. Well, it came from nothing. Just a clearance from Neto that found its way to Santana well outside of the box. Took a touch and then fired one into the roof of the net. And that gets the Adirondack Bank Center right back to its feet.
Utica City goal, scored unassisted by number 78, Nelson Santana.
Here's Chino Fernandez, unable to get past Ray Lee. Belliard's pass back intercepted by Reggett. Reggett over, deflected by Hundelt, the captain, getting in the way of Lucas Souza's attempt on goal. And what a big goal that is, not just for Santana, but also for Utica City. You allow a goal in a game that hasn't seen too many of them early on in the second period, but then you're able to come down towards the closing minutes, the last 5 minutes of play, and get a goal back from Nelson Santana and restore a 1-goal lead. Here's Reggett. Shot, comfortable save for Wilkin down to his left. Reggett's been neutralized today. Utica City paying a lot of attention to Zach Reggett. Third in the MASL in points with 28, second in the MASL with 21 goals for the Kenosha, Wisconsin native. Wilkin has to come out sliding, and that one spins away from the Utica net. Ronaldinho to Alava. Up ahead to Taiyu, looking for the first time flick down to Ronaldinho instead. It's intercepted by Kansas City. Logan Roberts through pressure, able to get it away from the Comets attacking half, at least just for a little bit, and allow the Utica defense to recover with numbers. Here's Ramirez, the goal scorer. Goes again, and it's right of the post. Another good effort from Henry Ramirez. The last time he scored a goal, it was December 16th and December 17th. He scored in each of those games against the Texas Outlaws for Kansas City. Ronaldinho. A lot of pace, and Ronaldinho able to corral the ball and play it back to De Andrade. Here's Hundelt. Back to Nilton De Andrade. And now Santana. Scored the leading goal, the last goal for Utica to give the home side a 2-1 lead. Down to Taiyu. Taiyu back to goal, and we'll dish it out to Santana again. Involved in both goals, the Oakland, California native, a 2-point outing. We've still got another 30 minutes of soccer to go after this one. Ball works back to Alava. Now down to Taiyu. Mo Ndiaye still in the box. He'll be in there for the rest of the first half. There's Taiyu. Pushing away, and there's a whistle. That one's going to be called on Ray Lee. Right outside of the Utica attacking zone. It looked like Ray Lee and Frank Taiyu getting a little bit physical. And Nilton De Andrade stands over a free kick right outside of the zone. He'll drop it back quickly to Somo. Here's Isaac Somo. The hometown kid off the boards, looking for DeAndrade, who got a touch on it, but couldn't direct it towards goal. Wanalava thought there was going to be a superstructure violation with the scoreboard, and instead, he's able to corral it back to Wilkin. Utica working through some trouble, finding Somo. The captain, Hundelt, up ahead to Taylor Walter Bond. Walter Bond last year played for Florida Tropics, played for the Harrisburg Heat, and then found a home in the last half of the season in Utica. Hundelt, Santana, now up ahead, looking for Walter Bond. And a St. Charles, Illinois native able to maintain possession for Utica with 90 seconds left to go in the first half. Nelson Santana's goal has Utica up by 1. Alves back to Wilkin. Wilkin, low direct pass to Roberts. Back to Alves, corner Fernandez. Finds Alves again, he can't control it. Kansas City, instead of electing to go on the counter, will pass it back and will take under 60 seconds left to go in the first half. Ball works down to Vandegrift. Angles one off the boards. It's Reggett. Can't find the Utica goal. Doesn't test Wilkin that time as the whistle blows for a foul on Lucas Souza. And he's able to draw a foul right inside of that attacking half for Kansas City. That one angled up high. Second one off the boards, and Wilkin dives on it. 40 seconds and counting in the first half. Hundelt works inside. Belliard, great work from Belliard. Now a chance to break forward. Ronaldinho looking for Taiyu, intercepted. And the Kansas City defense stands tall once again. Ronaldinho back in a flash, able to tap the ball away and give UCFC possession again. Hundelt looking to go long, and now it does go long to Taiyu. Final buzzer sounds. We'll head to halftime. UCFC leads 2-1 thanks to a goal by Nelson Santana. First goal was scored by Keaton Woods 15 seconds after the fact. And we'll send it down here shortly to Michael Lear, who's got an interview as we head towards halftime, a 2-1 lead for Utica City. Here's Michael Lear.
We talked about coming out fast and just trying to make a presence right at the beginning of the game, and obviously we did that. We didn't want them to get comfortable at all, and we did that pretty well, so I'm happy with that.
What do you guys need to do in the second half to keep this thing going?
Score a few more goals, hopefully come out with the same intensity on offense and defense. That's about it.
Thanks, Keaton. Give it up for Keaton Woods.
Well, that'll do it for the first half of action. Utica City leads Kansas City 2-1. We'll step aside for halftime. When we return, it's the second half of action between the Comets and the City.
From the Utica Fire Department.
Hi, Gordy Gerson here.
Ricardo Orozco.
Taylor Bond.
And Frank Mastrovito, owner of Mastrovito Hyundai, and proud sponsor of this year's 2023-2024 UCFC soccer team. Come see why we were chosen as the 2023 Global Hyundai Dealer of the Year.
And select from 700 new and pre-owned vehicles.
Mastrovito Hyundai, Commercial Drive in Yorkville, or online anytime at mastervitohyundai.com.
Make your move to Mastrovito Hyundai.
Shoot! He
What's going on, everybody? This is the MASL in 5. It's your chance to get caught up on everything that went down in the MASL over the past week in just 5 minutes. Let's go.
Gio Alves, 16 seconds left. Alves to Woods. Score!
What a game between Utica and Texas last weekend. Back and forth the entire way. Utica renamed Riggies for the day in honor of the famous local Utica dish. This one needed overtime to decide things.
Vinny Dantas will step over, move, ran right into a wall. Hyundai with a huge challenge, but at least through to the right wing. The Outlaws score, and they have won it.
Jorge De Leon with the winner. Now, Gabriel Costa faced his former team last week as San Diego was in Empire to take on the Strikers. Look at that shot by Gabriel. One of 2 goals on the day as San Diego takes the game 8-5. Now, Craig Childs ended up making history in this contest.
Into Ruggles. Ruggles fires, and there it is. Drew Ruggles finds the back of the net for the 7th goal of the game, and Captain Craig Childs enters in as the 5th member of the 400-plus point club.
400 career MASL points. Congratulations to the legend Craig Childs. Milwaukee was trying to prove a point last week as they went south of the border to take on Eastern Conference rivals Monterey, but the big clash fizzled as it was all flash. 9-4 they took this one. They were up 7-1 at one point over the Wave. Now, Dallas was in Milwaukee earlier in the weekend and gave the Wave all they could handle. This one was tight the entire way. Ian Bennett, though, the game winner right there. Beautiful strike by IB26 that had them dancing in the stands in Milwaukee. Kansas City finished up a brutal Mexican road trip. They lost their first 2 games against Monterey and then went to Chihuahua to finish it off. And yeah, no better in that one. 8-2 Savage. The final. Monterey faced off against Chihuahua on Sunday, the Battle of Mexico, the 5th edition this season, and once again, it was Monterey victorious in this contest. 4-2, Chihuahua now 0-5 on this season against Monterey. St. Louis needed a win in a big way, and they got it against a Baltimore team that was on a 3-game win streak coming into this game, but it was all St. Louis. 8-3 ambush. 8 goals, the most they've scored in a game this season. 7 was their previous high. So they're getting their offense kicked into gear in St. Louis. Scoring leaders, top 5. Luis Morales leading the way with 29 points, followed closely by Nick Pereira. Zach Reggett with 28. Castillo with 24. And Sebastian Mendez from Texas rounding out your top 5 with 23 points. Players of the week, Luis Morales. Your offensive player of the week as he picked up a hat trick in that Utica victory over Utica City, the Riggies for the day. Luis getting the honor. And defensively, Marcio Lete, defensive player of the week for the 2nd week in a row. Incredible. 4 blocks in week 9, but also another 4 points for Marcio this season, who's lighting it up offensively. And your goalie of the week, Eduardo Pollo Cortez of Texas, who made 21 big saves against Utica for the Texans to pick up the victory. All Sports Data Power Rankings, Monterey leading the way, followed by Milwaukee, San Diego, Utica, and Texas. Do you agree with the rankings? Chihuahua all the way down that list at number 7. Okay, time for a look now at the top plays from the past week.
Wide rebound. Follow in the middle. And will it be? How did he keep that one out?
Gio Alves, 16 seconds left. Alves to Woods. Score!
You don't go to more.
Well, it could hurt.
No, I don't think it helps. Ian's gonna take the shot at the goal. Diaz.
To the likes of Drew Ruggles and, of course, Gabriel Costa, who has unbelievable. We have a shot. I mentioned his name, the broadcaster's curse. Gabriel Costa, in his return to Toyota Arena, scores.
Vinny Dantas will step over, move, ran right into a wall. Hundelt with a huge challenge, but it leaks through to the right wing. The Outlaws score, and they have won it.
Whoa! Oh my Lord! That has to not only be the goal of the game, the goal of the week, possibly the goal of the season. Escoto with the bike. Oh Dios mío! What a golazo!
Yeah, and just a reminder, of course, that to stay up to date with everything that's going on with the league, including great feature stories, the latest news, statistics, you can head to the MASL's official social media outlets. Thanks so much for watching. See you next week.
Hey Utica. Hey Utica.
Hey Utica. Hey Utica. Come see the best players in the world at the Adirondack Bank Center, April 3rd through 14th. Don't miss your chance to see reigning world champion Team USA defend its gold medal against the best teams from around the world. Get your tickets by visiting EmpireStateTix.com or by calling 315-790-9070. The 2024 Women's World Championship. You don't want to miss it.
Heading to Babes at Harbor Point, heading on down to Babes. Making my way down Genesee, making my way to Babes. Watch the game, have a beer, always something happening here. Bring the family one and all, come on down and have a ball. Let's go. Heading to Babes at Harbor Point, heading on down to Babes. Making my way down Genesee, making my way straight to Babes.
Hi, Gordy Gerson here.
Ricardo Orozco.
Taylor Bond. And Frank Mastervito, owner of Mastervito Hyundai, and proud sponsor of this year's 2023-2024 UCFC soccer team. Come see why we were chosen as the 2023 Global Hyundai Dealer of the Year.
And select from 700 new and pre-owned vehicles.
Mastervito Hyundai, Commercial Drive in Yorkville, or online anytime at mastervitohyundai.com.
Make your move to Mastervito Hyundai.
Warm up at Stewart Shops. From hot coffee to soups, hot entrees, and cheeseburgers, Stewart Shops is a great place for a quick bite that will warm you up and satisfy your cravings this time of year. You'll find more choices than most fast food restaurants, like the delicious meatballs, the crispy chicken sandwich, chicken tenders, and the endless combinations of make-your-own hot dogs with free meat sauce. You're in and back on the road in no time with a hearty meal that will keep you going all day. Warm up at Stewart Shops with great, easy food.
What's your story? What moments make life an adventure? Community is where memories happen. At Bank of Utica, enriching our community for current and future generations has been part of our mission since 1927. By supporting local, community-focused organizations, we work together to open doors to education, the arts, and meaningful career paths. Making stories to remember. Bank with Utica.
And we're back live at the Adirondack Bank Center as Utica City leads Kansas City by a score of 2-1. And how did we get here? Well, it started off in a flash. Utica City took a 1-0 lead after just 15 seconds of play. Keaton Woods took a pass off the boards from Nelson Santana, tapped one past Kansas City Comets defender John Sosa, and then slotted it past Neto, tucking into that right post to put Utica up 1, and that would be the score heading into period number 2. But 5 minutes into the second period, Kansas City equalized. Miscommunication at the back between Wilkin and one of his defenders, and Henry Ramirez took advantage, sliding through, poked one home to tie things up, and then 4.5 minutes later, it was Nelson Santana with an absolute laser into the top roof of the net to give Utica City a 1-goal lead going in to the second half. Shots on goal for both sides, 5 for the Comets, 11 for Utica City. 4 blocks for Kansas City, only 2 for the home side, Utica. It's been a back-and-forth affair, but it's been a defensive affair between these two sides, and that's something that we're not used to seeing. The last 2 times these two teams have met, 13 goals in both games. Both games a 7-6 victory for Utica. The clock continues to count down as we get closer and closer to second half kickoff. Looks like that same starting lineup for Utica City. Wilkin in net. Defenders Santana and Hundelt in front of him. Tayu up top. Nilton De Andrade and Keaton Woods flanking him on either side. Once again, Andrew Coughlin out tonight. Was questionable last night with a lower body injury and was ruled out this morning. So Wilkin steps in, having not played in 20 days. His last match, he was sick in that game. Playing against Tacoma, he went in because Julian Rodriguez, the goalkeeper who started that game, got hit in the face with the ball and had to be subbed out. So Wilkin had to play a game, effectively a flu game, against Tacoma. But he's been good today, other than that one miscue that led to the Kansas City goal. 15 minutes to go in period number 3, plus another 15 in period 4. Half an hour of soccer between Kansas City and Utica. We're underway in the second half. And immediately Kansas City launching forward, and it's a chance that falls to Lee. He mishandles it wide, but another opportunity right away, and Lee can't find the netting. 2 golden opportunities right off of kickoff for Ray Lee, but both of them unsuccessful. Now Keaton Woods dances forward. Woods pressured by Reggett. Here is Zach Reggett. Help on either side, and we'll back it up. And Kansas City slows things down. It's a busy Sunday, not just in the MASL, but also in all of pro sports. It's Championship Sunday in the NFL, so if you're electing to watch the Kansas City Comets instead of the Kansas City Chiefs, or you're watching both at the same time, I want to thank you for joining us here to watch the MASL on Twitch. There's an opportunity and a whistle blowing right outside of the Utica box as player goes down. Looks like Nacho Flores, excuse me, that's Rian Marks who goes down, dragged down by Santana. And that's a dangerous opportunity for Kansas City to get right back in it. Right at the edge of the box. 3-man wall for Wilkin, including himself. 5 players surrounding the box for Kansas City, and Santana gets in the way. Second chance opportunity off the boards. Tayu pokes it away. Keaton Woods can't clear it. Off the boards, headed away by Hundelt. Woods with pressure. Kansas City regained possession with Reggett. Santana for Utica City loses it. Santana throws his man down, and the whistle blows. Kansas City wanted to move quickly, and referee halting play. That allows Utica to get a change on as Walter Bond enters. DeAndrade, Walter Bond, Santana Hundelt, and Ronaldinho on the floor for Utica. There's one. I think that one just glanced the fingertips of Wilkin. Reggett fires one. Great diagonal ball in, but no one home to test Brian Wilkin in the net. And there's a three-line violation. Neto knew immediately, put his hand up, signaling to the referee. So we'll head back down into the Kansas City attacking half. I'm Arnav Pokraw. I'm stepping in for Ray Biggs today. And after this one, the action continues at the Adirondack Bank Center. We've got MASL 2 action on YouTube with United Elite Kreisnik FC taking on the Rochester Lancers. A Rochester Lancers team, as this one's headed in, and Wilkin able to corral it. Santana. Alves now down to Hundelt. Ronaldinho goes down hard. He gets right back up, and Utica City retains possession. Ronaldinho again. Now Kansas City moving forward with Ramon Palmer. And now we'll slow down. Teeprich 10 and Ember Fox 0412 both say 2 TVs, both games. I have to respect it watching both the Chiefs and the Kansas City Comets in action. Glad that Kansas City is getting its sporting fix today. Steven Fernandez steps in. Fernandez can't find another pass. His pass is deflected away. Comets fan 2 says one on the phone and one on the and Chiefs on the TV. The Twitch mobile app does make it pretty easy to watch UCFC games on your phone, or KC Comets games on your phone if you are watching from the away side. Ball launched forward, now back to Hundelt. Belliard. Hundelt again. Early goal scares for Utica. Kansas City applied a lot of pressure coming out of the break, and now things settling down. Taiyu, crossfield pass, immediately off the wall. Launched back around towards Taiyu. Pressure from Roberts, but Kansas City flying forward. Numbers to the right and left of Nacho Flores. Off the wall, cleared away by Isaac Somo, excuse me. And Wilkin dives on it. Here's NDI back after serving a 10-minute suspension. Walter Bond backs into Neto, whistle blows. And Walter Bond knew that he committed that foul, immediately goes to help Neto get up. Mo NDI served a 10-minute yellow card penalty for dissent in the first half, the final 10 minutes of the second period. So he makes his return to the Utica lines. Was on the field momentarily, has now gone back off the field for Wanalava. Pressure, and Hundelt comes up with it. Here's Somo. Back to Wanalava. Alava to Somo again. Somo down the left boards. Somo able to poke it free, and here's Hundelt. 2-on-1 the other way. The captain, Hundelt, still there. Now it's saved by Neto, whistle blows. Ball hit that underarm of Hundelt. Well, Steven Fernandez was waiting at the back post and thought Hundelt could find him there, but instead Hundelt took a little too long. And then the second ricochet off of the arm of the captain for Utica. Of course, earlier in the week, it was announced that Nate Bordeaux, the original captain of this side, out for the remainder of the season. Didn't make an appearance this year. He's now listed as an assistant coach on the Utica City FC roster, as this one's ahead to Fernandez. And the flooring lifts up under the boards, so we're going to have a stoppage in play. But Nate Bordeaux announced that he would be out for the remainder of the season due to an injury that required surgery. As we get this floor situation figured out. Stick a little bit of duct tape on it maybe and call it good, as looks like we're back underway with Belliard. Here is Belliard, first round draft pick in the 2023 MASL Pro Player Combine for Utica. Up ahead, Van de Griff has his pass poked away, but Reggett wins it back. Here's Zach Reggett. Thunderous strike, and Nilton De Andrade stands in the way. Ronaldinho to De Andrade. Up ahead, Taiyu. Here's the King all alone through the legs of Neto and in. The King continues his reign atop the stat sheet for Utica. Goal number 11 on the year for Frank Taiyu, and Utica up by 2. Talk about a class finish from Frank Taiyu through the legs of Neto after 2 step-overs. The lead pass ahead, and Taiyu with the finish. As soon as Taiyu's breaking free in the zone, you can almost write the rest of that story yourself. 3-1 Utica. 10 minutes left in the third. Mo Ndiaye, big challenge in, now holding off his defender. Chance to break forward again. Walter Bonds in the middle, but Logan Roberts can't find him. Now maybe we're seeing a little bit of the offenses that we've been missing between these two sides. Kansas City and Utica both with chances flying left and right. Here's Ramon Palmer, the captain for Kansas City. Great pass ahead. Now works back to Lucas Souza. Souza, his shot is deflected. It's loose in front. Wilkin comes sliding out. Second opportunity. It's in. Kansas City climbs one back, as that one took a couple of bounces and found the back of the net. Well, an interesting sequence there as Wilkin comes sliding out, and then the ball takes a deflection. Did Gibson get a touch on it? I don't know who they're going to credit that one to. It looks like Gibson went up after the ball was deflected, but I don't know if he got his head to it. If he does, that would be goal number 4 of the season for Gibson. But we'll wait to see who they give it to. An unlucky play for Utica as the ball gets deflected up and over the defense. Still no credit on the goal for Kansas City. I'm sure they're going to take a look at whether Gibson got his head to it or not. Now a turnover. Logan Roberts dragged down, whistle blows. It's one of those phantom headers from Leo Gibson. If they do give it to him, it would be goal number 232 in the regular season for the man that Kansas City calls the legend. Belliard loses it. Van de Griff forward for the Comets. Hundell. Back to Sosa for Kansas City. And they do not give the goal to Gibson. It's given to Souza, excuse me. So Lucas Souza gets his 5th goal of the season after the ball deflects up off of the Utica defense and over Brian Wilkin in the Utica net. Ball off the boards. Santana defending. Santana gets a deflection on it. Turnaround shot parried away by Wilkin. And, well, the other end we saw the carpet start flying up, the turf start flying up. This time, it looks like one of the boards lost its railing. And now Kansas City angry about where the free kick is being placed. I don't know if they're going to put that little board cover back up because that thing fell off. And it is a free kick for Kansas City. And Taiyu goes over there, finally able to pick up that board cover. Nestle down and will stick it back on the end of the boards. So the second Kansas City goal given unassisted to Lucas Souza. That one off the boards. Reggett trying the Wallace-Scora. Couldn't find it. And cleared away by Taiyu. Kansas City pushing forward again. The Comets finding a second life here in the second half. Wilkin down comfortably, makes the catch. Wanted to go quick, looking downfield to Taiyu. Instead rolls it out to Santana. Hundell to Santana again. Santana through pressure. Able to work it out. Now Utica down the left board with Hundell. Cross field, and it goes out of play off of some of the players on the Utica bench. With 6:22. Leads us to our next media timeout. Take this time to remind you that you can catch MASL Monday every Monday night exclusively on Twitch. Alex Bastivansky is joined each week by Phil Levanko to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. You know what? I'll do another one. I'm stepping in for Ray Biggs. Let's do another Twitch chat question. I want to ask, if you were the commissioner of the MASL and you were allowed to make one rule change, what would it be? I know mine. I would say a Wallace-Scora, a goal scored with a one-time shot off the back wall, would be worth 2 goals. I think that's the rule change I'd like to implement. Let me know, Twitch chat. I'll read out some of the best ones I see. Some rule changes you'd want to see, or some fun rule changes you want to see in the MASL. And an update from the Outlaws and Sidekicks. The score is 4-1. Ember Fox 0412. Thank you for that one. As Texas last week beat Utica City. I should say the Utica Riggies. They beat the Utica Riggies. A couple of Twitch chat members. CS Grecia 1 says 3-2, and Hayden Pugh both saying the 3 and 2 point line back, just like the old game. That seems to be a popular one. Second goal scored by Lucas Souza. Gibson got up, didn't get a touch on it with his head. SK Edmund 66 says, make the yellow card a power play. That would not have been favorable for Utica City earlier in this match. Frank Taiyu had a 10-minute yellow card penalty. But thankfully, Utica City didn't have to go down to 4 players for that. As we're back underway in Utica. 3-2 the lead as that one's headed back. Frank Taiyu has the 3rd goal for Utica. Lucas Souza has the 2nd goal for Kansas City. And now here come the Comets again. Gio Alves able to tap it away, but not for long. The Comets forward again. Wilkin comes out, can't get there. Now the Comets back it up with Palmer. That's Ramon Palmer. Down low to Souza, who just scored the last goal for KC. Ray Lee. Inside to Marks. Blocked away by Fernandez. cleared hard off the corner boards. Reggett has a man in front. Ball roll, big save from Wilkin. Brian Wilkin gets down and across and keeps Kansas City out of the net. Flashing the gloves for the 25-year-old Brian Wilkin. Taking another look at that one. Reggett fired a first time, looked like a shot, but eventually found its way out to Nacho Flores. And Wilkin equal to the task. Wilkin, the Rochester, New York native, played for the Rochester Lancers in 2019-2020. As the Comets push down the left corner again. Cross-field pass. Now back to Reggett. Letting it run out to John Sosa. Sosa gets it back. Hundell in. Tackle from the captain. Pushes the offense the other way for Utica. Pressure from the back. He'll find Taiyu. First time effort from Frank Taiyu. Utica retains possession. NDI. Taiyu. Scored the third goal for the home side today, Taiyu. Wanalava, and now the whistle blows. As more of the arena continues to fall apart here at the Adirondack Bank Center, this time near Neto in the net. And able to get it fixed. That's three things that we've seen in this Adirondack Bank Center that have got the turf near Neto in that corner, the board guard on the Utica City FC side near Wilkin, and then something in the back of Neto's net came loose as well. Here's Wanalava. Alava on the near side boards. He's pinched off the ball. Nacho Flores comes away with it. That one well up into the catwalk. And so a superstructure violation. That ball almost disappeared. Hung up there near the catwalk for a little bit. Chance for Utica to restart right at that attacking line. NDI stands over it. He's got Milton De Andrade to his left. Taylor Walterbond to his right. Ronaldinho and Frank Taiyu on the floor as well. Here's NDI, fires one, and Neto parries it over. And Taiyu goes crashing into Neto. Unintended contact. Taiyu is able to help Neto get back up, so no foul called on Taiyu there. Now corner for Utica. Works out. Keaton Woods well over just about everything. Didn't know if that one crossed the goal line. And instead, it'll be a free kick right on the attacking line, this time for KC. Long pass forward for Gibson. Gibson still looking for that goal. He was not credited with the goal where it looked like he may have gotten a touch with his head. That was given to Souza. Here's KC, left side, cutting in, fired, it's headed away. That's Wanalava. And now a turnover, a foul. And Utica moving quickly. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho's got speed, uses it down the boards. He's pickpocketed. Milton De Andrade can't win the ball back, and here comes Kansas City. Numbers back. Logan Roberts stands in the way, and he's pushed down hard. And Roberts remains down for a little bit longer. Looks like contact to the face of Roberts as he's able to get up and shake it off. Looking for an outlet pass, finds it in Alava. Alava goes long, looking for Fernandez. Cut off, and it'll roll all the way back to Wilkin. Well, this third quarter has flown by. Only 2 minutes and 40 seconds remain. Each side scoring one goal as there's Wilkin, a calm little turn. He's able to play it up off the boards. Roberts to Fernandez. Fernandez looking for the return pass to Roberts, but got caught up in the legs of the Comets defense. Neto goes long, finds Reggett. Pressure from Wanalava. Reggett forced back. And here comes that press from Utica. Roberts well up ahead on Ray Lee. And Ray Lee just goes long with it. Doesn't want to risk it in the final 2 minutes of the third. 12 shots on goal so far for Kansas City. 10 shots on goal for Utica. Up ahead. Here's a chance to break forward. Keaton Woods to the back post and no doing. Taylor Walter Bond can't find the net. Woods wins it back. Drops it off for NDI, but it's cut off and the numbers go the other way. Kansas City now on the attack. Works down low. Christian Andreos. His pass to Reggett off the wall. Reggett winning it back. And Taylor Walter Bond defending well. The forward able to come back and stop Reggett. And here's a pass forward to Walter Bond. Neto well out of his net. And Keaton Woods launches it over everyone. Well, Neto and Walter Bond collided there. I think Neto was looking for the foul. The referee saying play on. But Keaton Woods unable to convert on an empty net. Here's Neto. Great passing move up ahead. And there's Gibson chipping it in. The legend finally gets his goal as he just flicks it over Wilkin. We're all tied up. A great move forward, and Gibson was just left alone. Barely touched it. He just needed to flick it over Wilkin. Got the softest touch on it. And in the final minute of the third, we're all tied up. I don't know how Leo Gibson was up there all alone. Just snuck behind the Utica defense and found himself right up ahead and finally gets that goal. Thought he was credited for the second one because it looked like he might have gotten a touch on it with his head. It was ruled in favor of Lucas Souza, but now the legend gets his goal. .45 seconds left in the third quarter. Nilton De Andrade stands over a free kick for Utica. He'll find NDI. NDI just plays it well out of play. Miss-hit. And another chance for Kansas City to push forward. Back to Neto for Kansas City. And I'm going to have to stand corrected on the stats once again. The MASL's changed it. They've given that second goal for Kansas City to Gibson. So that's Gibson's second of the day. Originally put in as just for Lucas Souza, but Souza gets the assist. Gibson has 2 goals now. Chance to break forward. Marks to the left side. Marks looking for it back, and Wilkin gathers it up, looking to go to Taiyu instead. It finds Ray Lee. Now Marks again for Kansas City. NDI clears it away, and a little bit of extra contact there at the end of the third. We'll head to the fourth. It's all tied up between Utica and KC. 15 minutes to go to see if we can decide a winner here at the Adirondack Bank Center. We'll be right back after the break, and fourth quarter action resumes at the Adirondack Bank Center. And we're back inside the Adirondack Bank Center after one of the most intense games of mascot musical chairs I've ever seen with my own eyes. I want to remind you that you can get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and at MASL Arena on X. All to play for in the final 15 minutes as Utica and Kansas City tied up. Arnav Pokrel bringing you the action from the on as Kansas City found a goal late in the third to tie things up off the foot of Leo Gibson. His second goal of the game. He was credited with Kansas City's second goal. Utica held a 3-1 lead at one point in this game. But we sit tied with 15 to go, and it's no different than any other game we've seen between these two sides. Intense, physical, a lot of action. Even though there hasn't been the same amount of goals put up like we normally see between these two sides, it has been good viewing. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. And we hope you're tuned in for this one. Going to be an intense finish here at the Adirondack Bank Center. Taiyu stands over it. He's got Hundelt to his left. A defense of Isaac Somo and Juan Alava standing behind him. And we're underway. Fourth period of action. 15 minutes to go in regulation to decide who goes home with the 3 points. Reagan off the boards early. Cleared away. Somo can't clear it out. It's tipped away by Reagan. By the way, Taiyu's goal continues his point streak. He's been on a 7-game point streak, now 8 after today's performance. So Taiyu really coming into his own as a Utica City FC player. Wilkin caught up in his own feet immediately, is able to save it. And he'll dish quickly. Taiyu flicked over, looking for Somo. But Isaac Somo unable to get there. Now Reggett, off the boards down low. Off the boards again. First time effort, blocked away by Utica. Alava just escapes out of the pressure, and now Utica holding on to possession with Somo. Hundelt, right side boards. Goes down to Taiyu. Back to goal for Frank Taiyu. Finds the pass to NDI. NDI launches one. It's deflected up off of the legs of Nacho Flores and out of play. And the ball can't find its way back in just yet. They're going to have to work around the boards here in Utica. And finally, makes its way out for NDI. NDI, two-man wall for Kansas City. Clipped in, looking for Taiyu. Headed up and into the netting on the other side. So we'll head to a set play for Utica. A couple more changes for the City. NDI remains on the floor. Taylor Walter Bond comes on. Keaton Woods, Frank Taiyu on the floor. As here's NDI. Passes to Taiyu. His shot blocked. This one. Foot race back, and Wilkin will recover. Wilkin up ahead. Now NDI. NDI goes long. It'll roll all the way back to Neto. Nicolau Neto. Last game was just about 2 weeks ago. On January 14th, he only played half the game against the Monterey Flash. But he's been excellent today for Kansas City. Michael Lennis off the boards. Utica scrambling. Souza. Intended for Gibson. Now the attacking line. Now it's clipped up over the bar. Taiyu flicks it down. Taiyu again. And Ray Lee with some great defense to stop the Utica counterattack. Here's Lee again. He'll drive one, parried away by Wilkin. The rebound well wide left. Utica struggling out of the blocks in period number 4. Now cut in, down goes Ronaldinho, and he wants a card. Pressure coming, Taylor Walter Bond's trying to get the ball. And Walter Bond plays quickly. And the referee's whistle blows. Walter Bond was hustling to get the ball because he wanted to play to start as everyone on Kansas City was running towards the bench. And Neto came sliding out. 12.5 minutes left in quarter number 4. All tied up, 3-3 between Utica and Kansas City. First goal was scored within 15 seconds from Keaton Woods. Now the challenge flag is thrown. Looking for a blue card on that challenge on Ronaldinho. There's Ronaldinho working his way through. Step in from Lucas Souza sent Ronaldinho flying to the ground. And this one's iffy. You have Ronaldinho on a breakaway, but also the touch was pretty long. John Sosa was right there and ready for action. And there is the call. Nothing given to Ronaldinho. So the stoppage in play allows both teams to settle down a little bit. It's especially important for Utica, who in the first 2.5 minutes of the fourth quarter have allowed a couple of really good scoring opportunities for the visitors. NDI stands over the free kick. Here is NDI. Lifting one towards the back post, looking for Walter Bond. But Taylor Walter Bond can't get there. Neto gets there first. Regan up to Vandegrift. Vandegrift, clever flick back to find Christian Andreos. That one well over the head of Wilkin. But it looks like this Kansas City offense really getting into its groove. The passing across the field has looked really nice from the visitors in the beginning of the fourth quarter, carrying over from those last couple of minutes in the third where Kansas City was really dominating. Now a chance early. Wilkin uses hands and is able to parry it off the back wall. He'll roll it out. Down low, it's Fernandez. That one goes out of play. And Steven Fernandez was the hero the last time these two teams played. Scored the overtime winner for Utica. But it's been a quiet night for the man nicknamed Chino. A chance here as Neto comes sliding out. And here's Gio Alves. Clipped up ahead looking for Fernandez, and Neto comes out. Work back, pressure coming from Utica. Contact through the back of Ray Lee, and there's the whistle. Ray Lee sent back into his own bench. Free kick for Kansas City. As more turf is lifted up, this time it's behind the net of Nicolo Neto, trying to stomp that down. .5 to go in the fourth. The latest goal scored by Leo the Legend Gibson for Kansas City. He scored the last two for Kansas City to tie things up after the Comets were down 3-1. Neto goes long, headed down and right into the path of Brian Wilkin. Wilkin now goes long, looking for Somo, and Isak Somo's going to get there. Somo still battling. Ray Lee able to win that battle, and the Comets push away. Here's Belliard. The rookie caught up in his feet a little bit, but he's able to find the pass. Hard foul. Whistle blows, and now it's Tayu getting into it on the far side corner. Belliard got sent to the ground. Tayu retaliating. And there's going to be some conversations here between the two sides. Take a look at that one. As Belliard got caught up in his feet a little bit, is able to get the pass off down low, and Zach Reggett just came in and threw a couple of elbow and a hip in there. And then Taiyu retaliated, pushing his man against the wall, but we'll return to action. Free kick for Utica. Out to Woods. Woods lifts it over again. It's about the third or fourth time that Woods has sent one over the bar. And Neto with a goalkeeper distribution. Alava heading forward. Vandegrift for Kansas City. Up ahead to Gibson. Crossfield pass. Souza. Souza cuts back. Saved by Wilkin. And he jumps on it. Keeps this game level. Both goalkeepers have been on their A game today. Minus that little error there from Wilkin as he clips one forward. Now a chance to break for Utica City. Whistle blows. Juan Alava went sliding in. A little bit of a delayed call there, but the referees will bring it back. And Kansas City will have a set play from right outside of the attacking zone. Of the attacking box, excuse me. And now the pressure ramps up. There's 10 minutes left in the game. It really is anyone's game. Here's John Sosa. Sosa to Gibson. His pass deflected away by Hundelt. Reggett sent tumbling down the boards, and here's Utica City moving forward with Taylor Walter Bond. Bond swim moves past a couple of guys, and it'll eventually work back to Hundelt. Hundelt goes high up off the corner boards. Alves looking for Ronaldinho for the Wallace score, unable to convert, as Ronaldinho just a little bit too far in front of it. Down to Hundelt. Hundelt keeping possession with Utica City. There's a good move. And now the home side bursting forward again. Ronaldinho couldn't find the extra pass. Belliard did a great job working down the line. NDI glides past one. NDI back post, it's tapped home! NDI's there, Fernandez is there. Utica City leads 4-3. Big time moment, big time player, Mo NDI. What a great move forward. It starts with Belliard and then eventually works out to Mo NDI, who glides past one, passes it home. Take a look at this replay, see what happened on the deflection. But really, even if Fernandez is credited with that goal, that's all off of the foot and the brains of Mo NDI.
Utica City goal, scored by number 26, Steven Fernandez.
And it is given to Fernandez. The assist, Mo NDI. NDI's 12th assist of the season. As there's a little bit of contact near that Utica defensive box. 12th assist for NDI, and for Steven Fernandez, it's the 8th goal of the season. 4 goals today for Utica City. A team that averages about 6.5, 6.25 goals per game. And here's another chance for the City to push forward. It's up, it's in! The hometown kid scores! Isaac Somo back from injury and back on the score sheet. How good does that feel for Isaac Somo? First appearance of the season, first goal of the season. A great pass across, and then from there, it's just a tap in for Isaac Somo. Utica in a flash, lead by 2. The assist from Taiyu was just as good as the finish for Isak Somo, and listen to the Adirondack Bank Center roar. Timeout, Kansas City. 5 goals now for Utica City, and I was just about to say this prior to that Isak Somo goal, but the stat still stands. 5 goals, 5 different goal scorers for the home side, and all of a sudden, Utica City storming up ahead. Isak Somo, can't say it enough. A tough lower body injury, recovering. It took a while, but he's back. He scored last week for the MASL 2 side in the first 30 seconds of the match. And now, in his first game back in the MASL, he scores for Utica City FC and puts the home side up by 2. You can't think of a better guy to score that goal than Isak Somo. So much he's been through over the past couple of months. Utica, New York native. Born in Kenya, moved to the U.S. as a child. Played for Mohawk Valley Community College right nearby here. And Isak Somo puts Utica City in the driver's seat for now. And the crowd gets loud again as they play his video up on the video boards here. And Kansas City forced to respond. Immediately up ahead to Zach Reggett. Up off the boards, and it'll run through the legs of Alava out to Woods. Walter Bond. He'll angle it off the boards. Here's Woods. Up ahead. Keaton Woods fires it home. The floodgates are open, and Keaton Woods makes it a 3-goal lead for Utica. Chance after chance for Woods, and this one goes home. Scored the first goal of the game, scores the 6th for the home side. And can we talk about that assist from Taylor Walter Bond, angled perfectly off of the boards. And Woods, almost reminiscent of that first goal, taps past his defender, and then he's home free, just needs to slot it past Neto, which he does. Goal number 12 for Woods. So much has happened in these last 2 minutes of action. As in under 60 seconds of play, Utica puts 3 goals on the board to take a game that was tied at 3s to a 3-goal lead for the home side. Gibson. Off the defender, NDI. And now it's crunch time for Kansas City. Haven't found a breakthrough. You're halfway through the 4th quarter. Contact, and Milton De Andrade called for the foul. Milton De Andrade is also on a 7-game point streak for Utica. But right now, De Andrade does not have a point recorded in this game. Taiyu's been on a 7-game point streak. He's got a couple of points already. So he makes it an 8-game streak. There's a pass fired up ahead to Fernandez. Fernandez scored the go-ahead goal. As there's shouts for a handball, and then it's blasted over by Milton De Andrade. And the referees are going to review this one. He's coming in to talk about it. There's Milton De Andrade. But the referees converse. They say it's contact. non-incidental, hands by the side in a natural position. Final media timeout here in the fourth, and well, what a turnaround in the fourth quarter. The first 3 minutes dominated by Kansas City offensively, firing pressure towards Brian Wilkin in that Utica net. But then all of a sudden, it just took one. It took a moment of genius from Mo Endia and slot home a ball into the back post that Steven Fernandez really just had to help in. It was already going in, and Fernandez just made sure it got home. And then after that, 2 quick goals. Isak Somo made it 5-3, and Keaton Woods, he scored the opener, scores another goal to make it 6-3 in favor of Utica. And as they play Sweet Caroline here at the Adirondack Bank Center, I want to remind you that MASL Monday, every Monday night, exclusively on Twitch. Alex Bastavansky is joined each week by Phil Levanko to recap the weekend's game and discuss the league's hot topics. And the Adirondack Bank Center right back in it. You felt it after that Steven Fernandez goal. And Isak Somo scoring made it even louder. Up by 3 with 7 minutes to go as we get out of this media timeout. Everything clicking in the fourth for head coach Everton Moreira and this Utica City FC side. And even the goaltending has been great for Brian Wilkin, stepping in after Andrew Coughlin was ruled questionable last night and ruled out this morning. Wilkin goes in on short notice and is able to deliver a great performance so far. A couple of miscues here and there for the netminder, but with Utica up by 3, you can't complain if you're a fan of the city. That ball lifted away, deflecting off of Hundelt and out of play. In the pregame, we highlighted Nelson Santana was on 99 points to start this game in the regular season. He's at 101 now, had an assist on the Keaton Woods goal, and then scored a goal himself. As there's a chance, and Brian Wilkin saves it comfortably into the hands. And he wanted to go long to Somo, but Neto is well out of his box to push Kansas City forward again. Here's Rian Marks. Wilkin comes sliding out, makes the save. The Rochester native has been active today. He's got after it when he needs to, coming out of the box, sliding down, and making plays with his hands and his feet. Ball's going to be placed right along that near side corner for John Sosa. Off the boards and just deflected out. Reggett can't hold on to it for Kansas City. Now Neto back to Sosa. If a goal's going to come from Kansas City, it's going to be created by Sosa. There's Sosa, deflected away by Wilkin. Rebound chance, again poked away. Coming sliding out, there's Alava. No whistle, he got the ball. And now there's Taiyu and Neto battling, and Neto goes hard into Taiyu. And immediately the restart for KC. Reggett into the backside of Logan Roberts, who just got down and got in the way. Somo. Taiyu finds Nilton DeAndrade. DeAndrade goes long. Logan Roberts was running back for a change. A little bit of miscommunication there. 5.5 to go. Clock's winding down. You wonder if Kansas City's going to go to the extra attacker soon. As there's Souza, and his shot is deflected out of play. Neto's pretty good with the ball at his feet. I wouldn't be surprised if Kansas City pushes Neto further forward or eventually soon going to that extra attacker. A couple of changes for both sides as Kansas City calling a timeout. Well, what a turnaround it's been. And it's been spearheaded by this Utica offense, but the offense has always been the focus for Utica. The real question has been defense. And the defense has been excellent today. Brian Wilkin, Mo Ndiaye, Dylan Hundelt, all standing out. Juan Alava has been active as well. And I see a question here in the Twitch chat. Corey Kites is the hero, asking, when did Reggett last score? And the last time Zach Reggett scored was on January 16th against Monterey. An away matchup that Kansas City ended up losing. They went 0 for 3 on their trip to Mexico, losing twice to Monterey and once to Chihuahua. But Kansas City never out of it, and especially in this matchup, we've seen so many late goals, so many late comebacks. Think to the last time these two teams met here in Utica, Kansas City led 5-3 before 3 goals from Utica City put them in the lead, and then Kansas City got one back to force overtime in that Eastern Conference play-in last season. So the Comets are never out of it, but they will go to the extra attacker. And it is Nacho Flores donning the extra attacker yellow jersey. (6-3) the score, 5:19 to go here at the Adirondack Bank Center. Reggett, Flores, Nacho Flores right into the backside of Nilton De Andrade. Reggett goes down hard, advantage played. Flores, well over Wilkin. And here is Nilton De Andrade. 1-on-3, he's all alone, and he'll slow things down. Ball is deflected off the foot of Rion Marks. And now John Sosa walks it forward. Flores, the extra attacker, to his left. Sosa goes to Reggett. Back to Sosa, now Flores. Working down low, Gibson, the legend. 2 goals today for the Comets. Back down to Gibson. Crossfield to Reggett. Chested down, high touch. Reggett goes down. No whistle. Reggett went down a little too easy for the referee's liking there. As Nacho Flores goes back, corrals the ball, and pushes Kansas City forward again. 4 minutes and counting. Long-range effort from Sosa, deflected. And there goes Utica City down the boards. Ronaldinho with his speed, unable to get there. Gibson hustling back. And he got back just in time because Ronaldinho would have been gone with an empty net had he got to that ball first. Defense coming out. Here is Ronaldinho again. Little drag back. Empty net in front of him. He'll find Fernandez. Fernandez outside of the foot. And misses left of the goal. That would have put the icing on the cake for Fernandez. But instead, it's still a 3-goal lead for the home side, Utica. Gibson, deflected by Ndiaye. It's been a defensive masterclass today from this Utica defense, comprised of Mo Ndiaye, Juan Alava, Dylan Hundelt, Nelson Santana, among others. Everyone chipping in, doing their part on the defense. Nacho Flores. Sosa. Pass down low, and Wilkin lets it roll into his hands harmlessly. And now Wilkin goes long. Still the extra attacker on the field, and ball's headed out of play, so Neto's going to hustle back on for Flores and get back in the net. Utica go back to Ndiaye. Over to Alava. Alava angles one off the boards, looking for Taiyu, and off goes Neto once again. Reggett, hard shot right of the goal. Got to get it away if you're Ndiaye, and he does. Turning forward, and now it'll set back up with Berto Palmer. Sosa down to Gibson. Back to Palmer. Nacho Flores. Reggett lifting one, back post, headed towards goal, and it flashes wide of Wilkin. 2 minutes left in the contest. Extra attacker is Nacho Flores for Kansas City. Here's Sosa. Inside to Gibson, good interception from Hundell. Nilton going long, Somo goes long, and it's into the corner boards. So Flores hustles it back, and 100 ticks of the clock left in this one. Logan Roberts goes down hard. No foul called. It's in the middle. It's Gibson. Wilkin gets out, saves it with his knee. Well, how about that from Bry Guy? With 1:25 left, Brian Wilkin making a crucial stop. Off the boards and off of everyone. Utica City unable to hold on to possession. Rion Marks gets it back. Now Reggett. Zach Reggett, who's been effectively silenced today by this Utica City FC defense. Back to Nacho Flores. Curling effort, and it's up and into the netting. Two goals for Gibson, one for Henry Ramirez for the Comets. One assist for Lucas Sousa. On the other side, 2 goals for Keaton Woods. One for Tayu, one for Santana, one for Isak Somo, one for Steven Fernandez. And the assists, one for Woods, one for Tayu, one for Santana. NDI and Taylor Walter Bond both get an apple themselves. And NDI doing that while also serving 10 penalty minutes for a double yellow card he got for dissent at the end of the first half. So the final 10 minutes of the second quarter, Mo NDI was stuck in the penalty box. Another stoppage in play with 63 seconds left as Utica wanting to shore some things up defensively. Three-goal deficit for Kansas City. Never insurmountable if you're this Kansas City Comets side, especially in a game like this. To see some drama happen. Utica City scored 3 goals in a minute to take a 6-3 lead. Nothing saying that Kansas City with an extra attacker couldn't do the same in the final 63 seconds. And an update from Crypto Coffee 13. Texas Outlaws up 7-1 against the Dallas Sidekicks. The other 2 kickoffs happening later today in the MASL. Ambush traveling to the Empire Strikers at 7 p.m. Eastern. And San Diego Soccer's playing away at Tacoma against the Stars at 8 p.m. 45 seconds, and the odd is rocking here. Ray Lee. Back to Lee. Fires one, Wilkins saves. Utica the chance. 20 seconds to go. Roberts down to Tayu. Tayu looking, finds Roberts again. Here's Nilton De Andrade into the top corner. And that will do it. 9 seconds left. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Nilton De Andrade keeps his point streak going to 8 games with a top corner finish. What a finish from Nilton De Andrade. With 10 seconds to go, he keeps his 7-game point streak alive and pushes it to 8. Roberts with the assist. 6 seconds left. See if we can get one more opportunity. And Wilkin gets down to make the save. The final horn sounds. Utica wins 7-3. A fourth quarter explosion for the home side. And the Utica defense steps up in a big way, holding the Comets to just 3 goals. A complete performance between the Utica City FC defense and the offense, able to hold off the Utica Comets. We're going to send it down to Michael Lear, who's got the post-game interview.
Welcome back to the turf for Isak, how did it feel to be back out here for the first time this year?
It felt amazing, man. 2 months out, good to be back.
You get a goal in your first game of the year. How important is that just to get the momentum going?
Really important because once you get 1 goal, more will come.
And how awesome are these fans? Do you miss these guys?
They're the best, for sure. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Isak. Your player of the game, Isak Somo.
The hometown kid picks up player of the game honors after he scores a goal in his first game back for Utica City FC. A complete performance for the home side. Nelson Santana hits 100 career regular season points. See him congratulated by Andrew Coughlin. 1 goal and 1 assist on the night for Nelson Santana. Isak Somo gets a goal back from injury. And an incredible night for Utica City all around. And the action doesn't stop at the Adirondack Bank Center. MASL 2 action continues. That one on the United Elite Christnick Football Club YouTube channel. But as for now, Utica wins. A big win against a standout opponent in the Kansas City Comets, who sit 4th in the East. Let's go around all the goals. Keaton Woods, 2 goals, 1 assist. Frank Taiyu, 1 goal, 1 assist. Nelson Santana, 1 goal, 1 assist. Isak Somo, the lone goal that got him the Player of the Game award after he returned from injury. Steven Fernandez with a goal that was really just a Mo Ndiaye goal that he pushed home, and then Taylor Walter Bond had an assist as well for Utica. Back to front dominance in the 4th quarter from the home side. Utica City FC takes down the Kansas City Comets 7-3. For myself, Arnav Poker, the rest of our production crew here in Utica, I want to thank you for tuning in. We hope to see you next time Utica City plays here at the Adirondack Bank Center. Once again, thank you. Have a great Sunday and have a great rest of your week. We'll see you next time. UCFC's at home at the Adirondack Bank Center.